I hope that the content that I'm providing you is extremely helpful. Please like, share, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell so that anytime I post a new video, you will be the first to find out about it. Yes, I know, it's the American Express rose gold card, actually gold card, but it's the rose gold edition. So why am I asking you what this is? So to you, this is a charge card, it's an American Express, but in my case, what this is actually my checking account, or it's replaced my checking account. In what way am I saying this? How is it possible that my American Express Gold card is now my checking account? So let me explain this to you real quick. In the past, what would happen was all my expenses would be paid through my debit card. Bills that I could pay, automatic pay, debit card. Groceries, debit card. Gas, debit card. If I live in New York City, and in parts of the city now, you can actually use your credit card or debit card to pay for parking, for street parking. So I would do what? I would use my debit card. And what's interesting is I'm putting myself out there in the sense that I'm using my debit card so much, and all my primary funds that come into, through my pay is in that card. So if that card is hacked, guess what? I stand to lose my money, and go through the process of having to call the bank and contest and let them know that there's been some kind of fraudulent activity on my card, and it's a long process. How do I know this? It's happened to me before. One time, a couple of years ago, I looked at my account and hundreds of dollars was gone in batches. And I was like, what's going on here? And somehow, some way, my card was being spent in Panama. I was like, first of all, I've never been to South America. I've never even been in Panama. But when I looked at my statement and when I looked at my bank account, I can see the spends were happening in Panama. Crazy, right? But at some point, sometimes somebody had access to my card and was able to do that. So now, when I use something like this, I have the full protection of American Express. Anything that I call them to say, first of all, the chance of there being fraudulent activity on my card is very, very hard unless I literally leave my card somewhere somebody is able to get it and use it, and before I find out. And then if I find out and I cancel it, guess what happens? I'm able to work it out with American Express, and with relative ease, things are put back the way they should be. But even better yet is, this sucker right here gives me points. Between all the points I've gathered this year from bonuses and everything else and my daily spends, I have over 300,000 points, member rewards points with American Express. But a good chunk of that has come from daily spend. So if I push all my spend through this card, guess what? I benefit. When I push all my spend through my debit card, there is no benefit. It's just me spending my money. But when I put it through my American Express card or any credit card as that I have, what's happening that there's a benefit there coming to me, and not only that, I'm protecting myself. So I don't know. A lot of people out there are stuck in this thing where they're cash is king. Be careful how you use your credit card. But the thing is this: if I'm getting paid every month, I know what my expenses are. I can put them all on a credit card. Then before the end of the billing cycle, paid off. And what does that do for me? It creates good activity on my credit card accounts. And then if I'm trying to increase my credit lines, I have evidence that I spend and I'm able to pay back. And it's not just chump change. It's one thing. Some people out there were like, oh, just use your card and buy a cup of coffee, and that's all you need to do to have activity. That's true. At the end of the month, you have $20, $30, $40 of activity on your card. But in my case, end of the month, I'm having $4,000 or $5,000 of activity on my card, and I pay it off. And it's not struggle to pay it off, because what I'm paying off are things that I would have spent anyway, things that have already been budgeted. I don't have to look for that money. It's coming to my paycheck, and it would have been paid regardless. The only difference is I'm paying it through my cards. All right, guys. I just wanted to share that tidbit. I'm sure someone out there is going to hear this and be like, you know what, that's a good idea. Well, with that being said, this is Uche. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Peace.